What is your profession?
Hello everyone, this is the Knight and welcome back to my new YouTube channel. I will be explaining the Condition Engineer, which is still pretty strong as a farpoint assaulter but also as the midpoint supporter. Basically you're gonna use the pistol shield with the sigil of geomancy and sigil of intelligence. You can also go for the sigil of doom right here. Your next attack after you swap to this weapon while in combat inflicts poison, so it's an extra little pressure right there because it also decreases the healing with 33%, so it's a pretty strong sigil right here. For the rune, you're gonna use the rune of Balthasar for the burning duration. I will show you why when we get to the traits. For the amulet, you will be using the rabbit amulet for the same reason, for the precision, toughness and condition damage. Now why do you need precision and the rune of Balthasar? Because we will mostly focus on also applying burning while we inflict critical hits. Do know it has an eternal cooldown, but with the rune of Balthasar, like you see right here, the burning duration has an increased duration by 45%, and the trait itself is like 7%. So yeah, if you can calculate a bit, well, it will be over 10 seconds. So actually you will be causing permanent burning damage. So it's pretty good if you got the precision to do so. For the trait number 2 and the trait number 11 for Grenadier. Now if you want to use bombs, I suggest to just change excuse me, some minor traits right here, like let's say this one, forceful explosives, is pretty good. So be sure if you're gonna use my build, be sure if you're gonna change from grenades to bombs, you also change your traits to bombs, and don't leave them at being for grenades. Now the 6 in alchemy is 1, 9 and 6. You can also still use automated response, but it got pretty hard nerf with the last patch in April. Instead of 100% condition decrease, it's like 50% duration decrease. So it's still pretty strong, but it doesn't really matter anymore. If you're fighting a condition based enemy, the conditions last still long enough to kill you, because an engineer kinda lacks the condition cleansing, except if you go for this elixir right here, of course. Yeah, so I would suggest going 1, 6 and 9 right here. I'm using the 6 in tools. Why? Because it's in perfect harmony with number 1 of alchemy. With the speedy kits, every time you switch weapon kits right here, you gain swiftness, but like you can see, I also gain vigor, and that's because of this little trait right here. When you gain swiftness, you also gain vigor. It has an internal cooldown of 5 seconds, and the vigor lasts for 6.5 seconds. So basically, while you're fighting and you switch weapon kit every 5 seconds, we are speaking of permanent vigor, which is pretty great. Except if you change back to your pistol shield right here, you won't get any vigor until you change back to one of those weapon kits. Now basically for the utilities, it will be the healing turret, the elixir gun, the toolkit and the grenade kit, and of course the supply crate. I don't really use the supply crate because it's OP and it immobilizes, but I mostly use it when I'm in tight situation. Like you can see in the description, it's also a blast. So together with the healing turret, you need to press the healing turret twice and then press this little button right here, because it's gonna change a symbol. It's gonna change into a blast right here. So if I press healing turret twice, because you can press it twice as you can see, I press it again, it changes to a blast, you blast, but you can also put the supply crate right before you use the skill right here, and it will blast as well. You can also use this one press it twice because it's also gonna be a blast. So you got like 2-3 blasts for one healing, which is pretty cool. Like you can see the healing turret. If you use the cleansing burst, as you can see, it's a pretty pretty low cooldown. You press it twice and you press this one, so this one will change into a blast if you press this one twice. So why am I using the elixir gun? First of all, the auto attack is pretty much overpowered in my opinion. The bleeding lasts for 5 seconds. Do note the casting time is a bit slower compared to your pistol auto attack. So but the main thing of all why I'm using elixir gun is because of the weakness. Like I explained in my previous video, which is the Dumbfire Necro, I explained why weakness is pretty strong. If you don't know what weakness exactly does, I would suggest watching my previous video, the Condition Necro, or just go to Guild Wars 2 wiki and type in fumble or weakness condition. It's still one of the best conditions actually in game in my opinion, except for Torment. Torment sucks. Anyway, so yeah, the elixir gun, it also poisons, it cripples, and if it hits, it also grants swiftness. This little one right here is also a blast finisher, and it's also a leap backwards. So let's say you see a warrior going in with a hammerstone. I'm not gonna say this is an evade, so you really need to watch out for that. If you evade that hammerstone too late, I mean if you use the skill too late, the hammerstone will still land on you. So you need to use it right at the start of the hammerstone, so you gain some distance. Also, the 5 on elixir gun is like a light field, which is the same as a guardian for retaliation if I blast it right here, as you can see. I don't use it to have retaliation, to be honest. I use it because it heals with 2k. So an elixir gun is not only perfect as an offensive weapon, it's also perfect as a last resort. If your turret's on cooldown, you can just use this one for 2k extra healing, so you don't need to worry about that. Now the second utility will be the toolkit. You can use others if you want to. It's totally up to you, but I really like it because you have the gear shield. I mean, the engineer don't really survive that good, but I mostly use it for the magnet, and then combine it with the pry bar and with the box of nails, which is also pretty strong. The grenades, well, yeah, it's obvious. Each time they land, by the way, they also apply vulnerability through the traits. So they're pretty strong, certainly for the last one right here, and this one for the blind. It supports a lot in team fights, so you just need to stand on the ledge and just spam those. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but as a condition engineer, you really can't afford being in the melee range all the time. So you really need to be careful. Now, as you can see, those skills changes with utilities right here. So if I change my toolkit right here, which is this one right here, if I change my toolkit to bomb kit, you see I have another F skill right here. So you can play around with it. I mean, each utility has another F skill. So yeah, engineer has a great amount of skills. You can just toy around, experiment a bit. So yeah, let's see for some gameplay right here. I will try to join a hot join. Excuse me, guys. I have to smoke a bit less, it seems. We're gonna go on Skyhammer. Yay! I bet that's your favorite map. Oh, blue team. Okay, one. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna show the whole game. I'm just gonna explain quickly a bit what the role is of condition engineer. So basically, what you're gonna do is you with the trait, with the swiftness, you have a great mobility, and as a condition engineer, you have to assault far. for the most times, because your DPS, your condition, so you're the perfect match to go assault on a far point. So there is a ranger right here. We're just gonna bomb it first with some grenades. We're gonna reflect his bow. I'm gonna spam some grenades again. Put some poison on him into pressure. Put some burning through the ruin and the healing. Burn some. Here we go. He's almost down. Gonna spam some. So basically, a condition engineer ain't that hard to play, but you really need to be careful for conditions right here. This ranger was a short bow condition 1, but he wasn't using the right build. I've got the perfect build, by the way, for a ranger. I'm gonna make a video about that later. So yeah, basically, as a condition engineer, you're assigned to far. So you want to assault far as much as possible. Don't assault far if there's a bunker guy on it, like a warrior or a guardian, or any other type. You really need to be careful and just assault if there's just this squishy guy on it, or if you know you can handle the fight. Let's see right here. Bye bye thief. I'm gonna use my shield 4 as a blast, and as you can see, it's also knockback, so you can knock them out of the refugee. It's still pretty strong. I'm gonna switch to my elixir gun, so he has a bit of weakness on him, which is a very overpowered condition in my opinion, one of the strongest one. I'm gonna put some poison right here, maybe. Yeah, he's not gonna risk it. Gonna try to res as quick as possible. If you're in a team fight, by the way, you can't really afford to res that much, except if you're gonna use the elixir to res people. Yeah, this this guardian is pretty hard. Just some confusion, reflecting projectiles, blocking, and now applying some poison. Spamming grenades. That's all you need to do basically. So he's down as well. Oh, that another guy right here. It's Mesmer. Go back to this one to block it because it's a really hard burst right there. Now where are you? There you are. Go back to your pistol so you hit him, and he's down as well. I got 7 bleeding, 3 stacks of bleeding. Okay, I will survive. It's okay. So basically, as you can see, a condition engineer can pretty much win every 1 versus 1, but except versus classes who spam CC. Like let's say a humble warrior. Never face a humble warrior alone. I mean, that's the last thing you want to fight against, because a condition engineer really lacks the stun breakers and stuff. So yeah. Sword dagger thief right here. By the way, if you're looking for a sword dagger build thief, I made one. It was my second video, I think. Yeah, so just check out my channel and browse around. Let's see on mid. Oh, mid is a free cap, so let's quickly decap it. Also for 4 guys, if you're going for 4 and you're decapping it and you're like, I'm just gonna stand here a bit and cap it fully, but there are enemies coming and you see them, it's better if you just leave. If you see more than one enemy incoming, you just leave the far point and just go help at mid or something, or help at the team fight. You don't want to sacrifice your life to try to get the point, because an engineer can't win in 2 versus 1. Also, if you see, like I said before, if you see like a Hambo or something, just leave. Yeah, so just leave, go to mid, support the team guys right there. Oh, there are 2 on my ass. Yeah, there we go. Here is the Mesmer. Oh, it's 3. Okay. I'm now going to my... Oh, okay, I thought my team was on mid. Never mind. So you want to avoid such situations and you want to run to your teammates. I know it sounds lame, but you can't afford in a tournament to lose your life over a simple zerking enemies. Yeah, I'm getting zerked right here. I'm going down. Yeah. So as you can see, once you get focused on, you really die quite fast. Also, this is hard join, so it's not really organized play or anything. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope I was able to help you and explain a bit about Condition Engineer, also its role. Just leave a comment if you have a question, or try to answer. Try to send the in-game mail to me to terrasquad.2349. Also, if you're interested in joining Zeus, just go to www.zeuspvp.shifter.com. The link to my website for Zeus is also on my channel, so you don't need to worry about that. I will let you guys vote on this video what class you want to see as the next video. So if you want to see Ranger, if the most votes goes to Ranger, I will make a Ranger video for you guys. Okay, that's it for me. Good night, guys.